What's poppin', racers? Have you ever seen those videos on YouTube where people buy their dream car at like age 19, age 20, 21?
Oh my, it's so dope. Oh my God, I'm touching it.
Well, I can't afford a Lamborghini, not yet at least, but I did finally buy a nice quad. Whoa! Don't look at this side. This side doesn't look too pretty right now because I wrecked it in my latest A-Works race. But do not fret. I got 2 new tie rods coming in the mail. I got a whole new set of wheels and tires coming in the mail. This thing's gonna be looking back to mint shape in no time. But for right now, we'll go hop over to this side and get some better shots. I can't even whistle anymore, but I love this quad. This thing has just been so much fun to ride. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't easy to get. This is a lot of hard work, but hard work does pay off. You know, this is a result of a lot of late nights of editing and long days of filming, but I mean, this thing is sweet. It features Bilstein suspension, front and rear. She's got an HMF exhaust. Whoa. These were a new set of plastics. They're already a little beat up for me, but they were new plastics. I forgot how much nicer this thing already looked when I first got it. We got Nerf bars, and these are the footrests. When I hit a tree, one broke off and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's got the Pro Taper handlebars. The whole reason I bought this quad is because of what's been done to the motor. So some of you might remember I rode that orange LTR 450 a little while ago. I borrowed it off a guy who owns a shop, and all he does pretty much is build 450s. Yeah, we're getting ready to go riding again. Like I said, I get to rip a nice LTR. That orange one was fully built by him, but that same dude, Dan, the guy who owns DBY Motorsports, bought this quad off a dude, and after he bought it, he tore down the motor, put a brand new high compression Pro X piston in it, new valves, port and polished head. New lines to the radiator and all the basic stuff. He also did a new carrier bearing in the back, new wheel bearings in the front, new chain and sprockets and sprocket guard on the back, which is pretty sweet. I know some of that stuff's like easy maintenance, but I pretty much wanted this thing because of that brand new Pro X piston in it. Like I said, the valves and stuff are done. All the work's been done right. I saw this thing completely torn apart when I borrowed his orange LTR, and I just really trust the dude. I know he does the work right. He's really good at building these, so I'm really happy with it. There it is right there. DBY Motorsports, check them out, link in the description. I'll tell you what though, this thing runs like a champ. It's got a lot of compression. Let me show you the sprocket guard real quick. It's a little hard to see here, but he had these custom made. They say DBY Motorsports on them, kind of cool. Also, custom seat cover. I was looking to buy one of these off Craigslist, but you never know what you're getting into. You know, you might get something that needs rings and stuff. This is perfectly running and good to go. That's exactly what I wanted, so I could do some more races before the season's over. And speaking of races, let's go watch my first A-Works race ever. Real quick, A-Works stands for American Woods Racing Championship Series. Anyway, I've never done them before, so the one you're about to see with me on this quad's my first one ever. I got a lot of stuff to work on. I'm going to show you that footage in a minute here. Also, real quick, I know a lot of you guys ask about this. The buggy is chilling right here. Jason and I want to do a few upgrades to it. And yeah, we'll probably do another video on this soon. She still runs. There's Big Foster from the TV show The Outsiders. I've been keeping it safe in here, away from Kramer. There's my motorcycle. Oh, and I know... yeah, I'll give you a little sneak peek. That's an upcoming video right there. You Redbeard Garage fans might recognize that.
We get a weakness. You gotta see this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I remember service.
All Alrighty guys, so getting right into it here. When I got there, the youth class was going on. Before them, there's a Pee-wee class, which is like 90cc. And then I was in the adult class, the Woodsman beginner adult class, which was mainly 450s. This is all the adult class, but there's Woodsman, I think Pro is up front, and I think there's an A and a B class or something like that.
Alright, my first move, good move. Gentlemen, ready. 10 seconds.
Alright, so if you guys didn't hear that, basically what the announcer does is he walks out in the middle, then he goes row by row, first row ready, his flag down, and then he goes 10 seconds, and then sometime within that 10 seconds, he raises it. It could be the first second, it could be the 10th second.
10 seconds.
This part kills me. Watch the dog. I'm sorry. They were trying to bump start him. You just hear the announcer getting all mad.
Shut them down, guys. Shut them down. Let's go. Ready. 10 seconds.
Alright, so pause it right here. The flag goes up. I didn't mention it before, but your quad isn't running at the start of the race. A lot of you probably already know that. So, this is where I make my first mistake. Being that it was my first time racing with the quad, and that it's running such a high compression now, the battery in it is a puny little battery, and it's not strong enough to turn it over very fast. So when we started, I thought it started, but I couldn't really hear with all the other quads going, and I had to put it back in neutral and turn it over again, because it didn't turn over all the way the first time I pressed the start button. But a lithium-ion battery will fix that, no problem. As you can see, I caught up no problem. The quad's just so fast, it wasn't even a big deal. Now, one thing I really remember about this is it was really bumpy. It might not look like it on camera, but you could not pin it open throttle at this part.
Now, before we continue, I can already hear it in the comments. Oh, you did this wrong. Oh, you did that one wrong. Oh, you didn't lean. I don't care. That's one thing that just really annoys me about these race videos. All of a sudden, when I put it up, everybody's a race expert. Like, I haven't seen any comments about racing in the history of quad racers, but when I put up that first race video, all of a sudden everybody was an expert. I get it. I needed to lean more. Okay, I've been practicing, but I don't need to hear it from a million people, okay? You see what you did? Look at this poor guy. He leaned too much and look what happened.
Why does that low-key look like the same kid from my last race? They crashed twice.
One you're watching right now is my second race in existence. I think I did much better. And I was leaning a lot harder too. I don't think the GoPro shows it that well, but I was leaning. So just keep it to yourself, okay?
Did you see it? Right there, we have big mistake number 2. I just hopped on the quad after I bought it and raced it right away. I should have gone over everything, made sure some of the new parts that were just put on were tight. Therefore, loose clutch lever. Alright, I'm done narrating. You guys get 5 minutes of race time to watch, and then I'm ending the video.
1 hour later.
Is there anything you can do with this? Zip ties, maybe?
We got some zip tie. We got pull off the track a little bit. All right, let's get off the track.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
See what you got.
Well guys, as you can see, at the end of the first lap, I was holding third place. I definitely lost, I think, at least 5 minutes getting that clutch lever fixed. I didn't show all the footage, but I lost some time there. And if you want to see how I did for the rest of the race, please consider supporting my Patreon, Quad Racers 2.0. I'll put a link in the description. I'm going to put the full race on there, and you guys can jump around through it as you want. I'll be uploading that tomorrow on Patreon, but all your guys' support on there really means a lot. These races, you know, these kind of are expensive to do, so I really appreciate the support. But other than that, thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll catch you in the next one.